So in this video, I'll be talking about mechanism of hormone action. But before that, I will be telling you about few terms like what is endocrine gland, what are hormones, how they are secreted, how they are being affected in our body, etc. So endocrine system is a system which function in a coordinate way with neural system, like the neural system and the endocrine system jointly coordinate and regulate the physiological function in the body. And now coming to endocrine glands. Endocrine glands lack ducts and are hence called ductless glands. Hormones. The classic definition of hormone are as a chemical which produced by endocrine gland and are released into blood and are transported to a distantly located target organ, has current scientific definition as follows. Hormones are non-nutrient chemical which act as intracellular messengers and are produced in trace amount. Human endocrine system has many glands like the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus, adrenal gland, pancreas, testis, and ovary. And certain hormones are also released by heart, thymus, adrenal gland, uh, pancreas, testis, ovary, and hormones. Certain hormones are also released by gastrointestinal tract, heart, and kidney. Now, endocrine gland release hormone di- directly into blood. They lack duct, as we have discussed earlier. They release hormone into the blood. These hormone bind into the receptors present in the target cell, and they form a hormone receptor complex, which i- which leads to change in the target cell, and it finally leads to release of polypeptide, which gave a protein chain, which leads to tissue growth or differentiation, basically which leads to physiological response. Now there are now there are Now coming to mechanism of hormonal action, there are two type of hormones. We classify hormones on the basis of their mechanism into two types: protein hormone and steroid hormone. Now, protein hormone or polypeptide hormone uh, examples are insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormone, hypothalamic hormones. They What they do is they form a hormone. The hormone bind to the receptor that is in the plasma membrane of the target cell. It leads to form it. So what happens in uh, this type of this classification of hormone? Protein hormone reaches through blood capillaries to the target cell. It binds in the hormone receptors present in the plasma membrane of the target cell, and G protein is also present. Now it convert ATP into cyclic AMP. Cyclic AMP is a secondary messenger which in turns convert protein kinase into activated protein kinase, which convert ATP into ADP. And on this energy utilization, cellular protein are generated into protein chain and generated into protein chain and physiological response. Example, ovarian growth can be seen, or any other example can be also seen in different tissues. Now, hormone which do not interact with membrane bound receptor normally do not enter target cell but generate secondary messenger. Example, cyclic AMP, IP3, calcium ion, etc. Hormone with interact with intercellular receptor. Example, steroid hormones. Steroid hormones examples are cortisol, testosterone, testosterone, estradiol, and progesterone. They enter the cell, they pass through the cell membrane. They uh, hormone that do not interact with intracellular receptor mostly regulate gene expression or chromosome function by the interaction of hormone receptor complex within the genome. As we can see, the hormone cross the plasma membrane of target cell. It incorporated into the DNA. It crosses nucleus, incorporated into DNA, generates it mRNA, may copy it through the process of transcription, and on upon translation it generate a protein chain which leads to physiological response, tissue growth, and tissue differentiation. So this is my presentation of mechanism of hormonal action. I hope you understood. Thank you.